Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I thought we were due for a little bit of a life update chit chat. Not everybody follows on Instagram, not everybody keeps up in the everyday videos, and so I thought that, there's been enough things going on lately that and not really lately, like currently this week, I mean like lately within like the past year, with some things ahead that I figured I would just sit down and chat with you guys. So this video is going to be a chatty one. If you don't like listening to me talk, you will absolutely hate this video, and I have no hard feelings if you click out of it right now. But if you do enjoy chatty videos, I'm gonna be talking with you guys about life, just all the things, life, kids, homeschool, my personal life, all that good stuff, health, fitness, what I'm doing, all of the above. So before we go any farther though, I do want to thank Mary Ruth's Organics for sponsoring this video. Mary Ruth's continues to be a huge part of my wellness in my life, and I've been focused on that a lot lately. So we are going to talk more about them here in a bit in this video. I do have a 20% off discount code that works on Amazon as well for new and existing customers, so you don't have to be new to Mary Ruth's Organics. And that information's down below, but we're going to talk about them more in a second. So I have a whole list of stuff to chat with you guys about. I went through and I thought, wow, there's a lot. There's a lot. My goals videos that I used to post on this side of my channel that I now post into my my membership side, those used to kind of serve as like little updates for me to kind of like tell you guys what's going on in my life. But I realized, that I really haven't shared really anything like this in a while. And so I actually have a whole like thing of notes on my phone. And so if you see me glancing down, that's what I am looking at. But we're going to jump in because I got a lot to fill you guys in on. And mostly this is just meant to be, like a friend catching up with a friend, what's been going on. Let me know what's been going on with you guys down below. Let me know how life has been lately. Let me know what you're excited about now that we're moving into spring, now that we're through daylight savings time change, now that we're winding down or getting close to winding down another homeschool year. Let me know what's been going on with you guys down below. Leave me a comment. I'm calling this life lately. Well, life has been busy lately and always and forever. Isn't that the story of our lives? And I feel like when you say I've been busy, there can be this negative connotation to that, as if you're not doing like intentional things and you're not paying attention to the important stuff and you're not taking time to savor the moments and make memories. And for me, that's not true. I am busy because I am very intentional and very focused on several areas of the utmost importance in my life. And so when I say I am busy, I've not just been busy trying to fill my schedule with going from here or there. I've been busy doing the things that matter the most to me, which is my relationship with the Lord, taking care of my home, taking care of my family, pouring into my kids daily, trying to do the same in my marriage, trying to keep my friends a part of my life as well, maintaining my health and fitness, getting ready to go speak in Kansas City for a homeschooling convention, trying to be prepared for that, celebrating birthdays, like all the things, okay? Busy. But busy for me doesn't mean negative. Busy means my life is full. It's full of really great things, and sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, I'm gonna be honest, but for the most part, I have been really focused on just being present where I am, being present in the day, being present in the hour, and not letting myself get too worried about tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that. I'm really having to live that way, especially with a lot of emotion surrounding my kids getting older and graduation next year. And I know you're probably like, you're already thinking about that. I can't change who I am. This is the way that I am. So life has been busy for me. but busy, not in a bad way, busy in a good way, keeping up with my work here on YouTube, all the things. So just very full, very busy. And like I said, focusing on the things that are important to me. Well, you guys know health and fitness has always been a priority to me, and it will probably always be an importance to me. How have you guys been liking the monthly fitness videos? I know a lot of you were excited that I was bringing that back. Leave me a comment down below and let me know how you guys are liking them. I've stuck to my word and I've given you guys definitely one fitness video every single month. I think there's such a lack of mom relatable fitness. I don't want to hear from a 20-year-old who hasn't birthed any children how I don't need to do cardio. And so I pray that you guys have been enjoying those videos. Leave me a comment down below. So I've been focused on my fitness. I've been focused on figuring out my body as I get closer to 40. And this isn't really something that I've just started doing this year. It's just kind of been like acknowledging changes and acknowledging like differences and acknowledging that once this was good for that, now maybe it's not feeling the best for me, and just kind of evolving, which that is so important to do. Fitness doesn't need to start and stop with changes of life, changes of hormones, changes of desires. It just needs to evolve and shift, which brings me to today's video sponsor, which is Mary Ruth's Organics. You guys know how much I love Mary Ruth's products. I love Mary Ruth's for several reasons. One of the reasons is that you can get your entire family's supplements and vitamins from Mary Ruth's, all one-stop shopping. They have things from babies to postmenopausal women, for men 40 plus, and so it is so convenient to be able to get the entire family's vitamins, wellness, supplements, all in one place. The other amazing thing about Mary Ruth's is the quality. The quality of Mary Ruth's Organics is unmatched. It is high quality, and you know that you are getting the best supplement or vitamin when you get it from Mary Ruth's. Not to mention, they taste amazing, and there is something on Mary Ruth's for everything you could ever need. If you are looking to improve sleep, there's something for Mary Ruth's. If your baby is having some tummy troubles, there's something on Mary Ruth's. If you're just looking to make sure you're getting all those micronutrients, there is something on Mary Ruth's for you. So a few of my go-tos are the women's multivitamin gummies. I always get the strawberry flavor and I absolutely love them. I take these every single day. They have all those micronutrients that I, want to make sure that I'm getting, and they taste amazing and almost like a little treat. So I love the Mary Ruth's women's multivitamin gummies. Jake, on the other hand, takes the men's multivitamin gummies with lycopene. These are raspberry, and they're delicious, sugar-free, no gelatin, pectin-based. They have immune support in them, and he takes the 40 plus, and he loves these, and these are a part of his everyday wellness routine. Now, something new that I've just recently tried is Mary Ruth's Joint Health Liquid Extract. It's an herbal blend, and it is easy to take, so you just can add this. It's a liquid, so it's actually like a dropper, and you can just add this to any drink, or you can take it directly. 1 milliliter, just a small amount, and this is for joint health, which is something that I have been becoming more concerned and observing more about myself as I get older. So if you guys want to check out Mary Ruth's Organics for anything, any of what I just showed you, or anything that you're dealing with, I have a 20% off discount code. It does work on Amazon as well. Just make sure that when you go to Amazon, you're purchasing directly from Mary Ruth's Organics and you are not going through a third-party seller. It will not work that way. The code is down below, but it's MRO Grace Grit. No and. Don't put the and in there. It won't work. And that will get you 20% off of your order from Mary Ruth's. That information will be down below. The link is down below. The code is down below. And I'll also put it right here for you guys. But if you're not taking your vitamins, your supplements, I just want to encourage you guys to take care of yourself, take care of your body. Like I said, life is busy, life is full, and so maintaining my health is critical for me to be able to physically take care of all the people in my life and also emotionally and myself, right? So make sure you're making that a priority in your guys' lives as well. Sticking with the wellness theme, I recently started a new-ish kind of weight training program. So you guys know that I have loved and used the Peloton app for a long time. Well, Rebecca Kennedy is an instructor on there, and she put out a new 4-day weightlifting split. So basically this means 4 different weightlifting workouts that you're meant to do to repeat for 4 to 8 weeks. And so I just started doing that. In addition to that, I am still going to F45 on like 2 days a week for my high intensity, but on those weightlifting days, I am strictly weightlifting and pushing myself to lift heavier and then doing incline walking after. So I'm not doing any type of high intensity or HIIT those days. I'm leaving that for my F45 days, and my body seems to really be enjoying that, and I feel really good doing that. So that has been my fitness programming as of late, and I've been focused on my steps. I've been focused on taking my vitamins every day. I've been focused on getting enough sleep, and all of that is becoming more and more important as I get older. When I think back and, in my early 20s and stuff, I could do things then that I just cannot do now. I feel absolutely terrible if I live that way. In addition to that, a little bit of a health update. Some of you guys may remember a few years ago, I went completely dairy-free and gluten-free to address some symptoms that I was having. And basically, I just decided if I'm gonna do like a low inflammation diet, let me go ahead and just take care of both of these things. And I lived that way for about a year. It wasn't necessarily my favorite. And the reason why was because for me, I like, counting my macros. That's the way that I feel the best. Well, I didn't want to eat a bunch of gluten-free products. They just never tasted very good. And so it eliminated a ton of carbohydrates for me. And obviously I could eat different things, but it was just very complicated for my life. But I did it for about a year, and I did notice some improvement. And so I thought, this worked well for this period of time. So after that, I started to slowly phase back in because I wasn't really fully convinced it was gluten. I was leaning more towards dairy. So I started to slowly kind of phase things back in and kind of see, what was gonna happen. And for a while, nothing happened. Like a year, nothing happened. I was feeling pretty good. I wasn't having any uncomfortable digestive symptoms. But then my body kind of reached a point, and it could be a fluke. It could have been a fluke. I don't know if it was, but it was getting really bad again. So I wanted to do non-traditional allergy testing because I know enough about digestive symptoms not showing on a skin test, where those are more for anaphylactic symptoms. So I did a test through Everlywell. My friend Jamie Kite recommended Everlywell. So the test ended up coming back. I won't go into all the, details of it, but I do have a sensitivity to milk. And so it's like the level 2 sensitivity. They kind of give you a breakdown. And so I have been basically dairy-free in that sense, again, for the past few months, and it really has taken care of a lot of my symptoms. So I do okay with whey or milk proteins, like in a protein bar or something like that, I am okay with that. I'm even okay with a little bit of cheese. Where I am not okay is anything milky or cream based. I just am not okay. And so that is what I have taken away. It's what I suspected in the past, and then it's been kind of confirmed again now with the Everlywell test. So that was a little bit of an update. So I have been basically dairy free. So that's a little bit of where I've been at. To be completely authentic and honest with you guys, I also have recently been just kind of struggling with accepting where my body is as far as the outward appearance. I don't know if I've ever vocalized on here that I've struggled with like body image throughout my whole life. It hasn't really affected me super negatively, but it's just always something going on in my head. But I've been very aware of it, obviously, from being a mom, and I've been so focused on modeling health to my girls. And no matter what those little negative voices try to say, I shut them out, I quiet them down, and I focus on what I know is important. And that's why it's like this weird internal struggle, because I know what I know from being a trainer, and I know what I know from being made in the image of God, and I know what I know about myself and my body and everything. But every now and then some of those negative voices will kick up in my head. And so I've had to really focus on not talking negatively about myself to myself. I will never say it out loud. I will never say it out loud because I never wanted my daughters to have those complexes and issues. And so I've just had to really focus on that, because as I've aged and as I will continue to age, there's things that I just don't necessarily like, or ways that, my back then this is what this was, and now I'm here and I'm doing the same thing, but it's not looking the same. And so, I've had to really relinquish that and let it go, but it's been something that I've had to really focus on doing. And that is just me being fully transparent with you guys. It doesn't mean that I'm not confident, because I am, and it doesn't mean that I hate myself or anything like that. It just means that every now and then that negative voice, and I know you guys have them too, kicks up in the back of my head, and it's like, and so there's just, I've had to really speak to myself in reality, right? Like when you try on a pair of shorts and you wear a different size at Old Navy than you do at Target, like, oh, is it me? No, it's the fact that sizing is inconsistent in women's clothing, right? So these are the things that I've had to really focus on, not letting them take control and make me feel bad and make me feel like I need to do more or try harder when I'm already doing all the things I need to be doing to be healthy. Like, that's enough. And so I've had to tell myself, Ashley, that's enough. And if you ever feel that way and you're working out 5 days a week and you're eating really healthy, then that's enough for you too. So that's a little bit of an update on that. As far as homeschooling, motherhood, parenting, that all could be summed up as one of the most intense years of mothering I can remember. And I'm not even joking. My kids are great kids, don't get me wrong. My kids, there is nothing life-altering or world-shattering going on in our house, praise God. But just the 16-year-old to 17-year-old age range has been one of the most intense. Now, I don't say that as a bad thing necessarily, but intense and demanding. Like, I can't remember feeling this fatigued at the end of the homeschool day, like ever. So then having that and navigating so many big life changes, and then having 2 other teenagers, and then having a preteen who's entering into hormonal changes and all of that, like, it's just a lot. It has been a lot. And so life has just parenting has felt very demanding. Disciplining has felt very demanding. Discipleship has been challenging. It's just been like this season where I feel like I am drawing from an empty well, and I keep having to go to God and say, like, Lord, give me the strength to go to the next day. And again, nothing is terrible. My kids are not struggling with anything really. I mean, normal teenage stuff, but like, there's families facing horrible tragedies. We are not there. So I don't want to confuse anyone or make anyone think that one of my children is struggling with something like mental health or something that they're not. They're not. They're doing amazing. But just that intentional parenting and being there for your kids for everything, talking everything through, guiding them through everything, like, it's exhausting. It really is. And for moments, you can kind of see the appeal of why some parents are just like, do what you want, but that is not the godly way, and that's not the way that I will go, or Jake, but it's just felt very demanding. So in a practical sense, what has that looked like? Well, we have 2 drivers in our house now. My daughter has had her license for about a year, and my son, my next one, just got his learner's permit. So now we're teaching number 2 how to drive, and if you've ever taught a teenager how to drive, that is challenging, that is difficult. So we've been doing that. Not to mention, they both just got their wisdom teeth removed on the same day at the same time. Now, people on Instagram were saying, you're absolutely crazy. I'm going to tell you guys, I would do it that way again. When my younger 2 need it done, they'll go at the same time as well. But wow, that was an intense few weeks of just carrying and preparing all the soft foods and keeping up with saltwater rinsing and making sure everything was healing. And the 2 of them on anesthesia was absolutely insane. And I never obviously shared those videos because, that would be totally inappropriate, but boy, wow, that was a ride home. That's all I can say about that. My daughter, for Life Lately update, has finished her 3rd college course with Grand Canyon University. So she's moving on to her 4th. And I think we will probably wrap up with GCU dual enrollment with the 4th class for this year. So that will leave her with 16 college credits completed by the end of her junior year. So that's really exciting. I'm so proud of her. She's received all A's in all of her classes, and it's been a really, really good fit for her. And I'm super grateful that the Lord led us there. So that has been exciting. On the note of school, I have also been obviously planning for our next homeschool year, and all of that will be coming to my channel as we head into the summer months. I do want to say, if you want to see these curriculum videos, if you want to do live chats about homeschooling and ask me like, would you choose this or would you choose that, that kind of thing, you should join my membership. This is a great time to join. The link is down below. I've got some really great content going up over there. Continuing on with a little bit of an update around my life and my children. My oldest daughter wanted to get a job this year, and so she wanted to lifeguard. And she started working in October. She actually got hired in August, but it was a bit of a long hiring process. So she started working in October, and that had, we had to really make some adjustments and figure out the proper amount of work with school and still being a kid, and especially because she doesn't have to work, she wants to work. And so there was a lot that we had to navigate through and figure out. And I actually shared this on Instagram because I was asking you guys with teenagers who have jobs and homeschool, what is what works well for your kid? Not so I can replicate it, but just to get an idea. And somebody shared something that I just want to drop in this video because I hope that you'll remember it for the future. They said that if your child is working and going to school, the 2 of those things together in an ideal world should not exceed about 40 hours. So once because the average adult works 40 hours in a regular job, and of course we have opinions on working and how long that should be and all that, but set that aside. Just think, okay, a typical 40-hour work week. So your teenager should not be working more unless they have to for something, or they want to, I guess, for something. In my daughter's case, she was just feeling overwhelmed with life and not seeing her family enough and not having enough free time. And, so we just needed a better balanced system. And I just want to encourage you guys that when your kids get jobs, they need you. They need you to help them learn how to work with a boss, learn how to navigate that. They need to know how to write professional sounding emails, and they need your guidance. So it wasn't about until January, February, when she got hired in October, that we finally got her schedule to where it needs to be. So just so you know, getting a job in homeschooling is a big, huge learning curve, and we definitely experienced that. And so keep in mind that 40-hour work week rule of thumb. The next little exciting update that I have to share with you guys, I love my nephews. I've talked about them on Instagram as well as in videos and doing Easter baskets and whatnot for them. Well, I'm getting another baby, another niece or nephew. Very, very excited. We're actually gonna have the gender reveal next weekend. From the point that I'm filming this, and so I'm going to be an auntie times 3. My sister-in-law is pregnant with baby number 3, and I'm so excited. So excited. So they already have 2 little boys. They make the absolute cutest baby boys, so we will see what baby number 3 is going to be. If you guys missed it, Jake and I just took a trip to San Diego for 48 hours to listen to Chris Stapleton play. We missed our 1 weekend alone per year that we try to carve out last year. So we hadn't done anything like this in 2 years. So don't get me wrong, like we're off gallivanting every other weekend alone. But I will say that 48 hours can be very rejuvenating. And if you are able to even squeeze a day trip, like leave your house bright and early and get home late, like just any one-on-one time with your spouse is always, always, always worth the effort that you have to put into it in order to make it happen. So rather than Jake and I being like, oh, we wish we could go away for a week together, at least we got 2 days in and it was enjoyable, even if we had terrible weather. So anyway, I put up a vlog if you want to go watch it. That was a fun thing that we did, and something that I was really happy that we made happen. And it did feel like work. It felt like a lot of work to leave for 48 hours to get everybody where they needed to be, ducks in a row, food in the fridge, like all the things. But it's always, always, always worth it. I told you guys that I am heading to Kansas to speak at the Kansas Home Educators Expo in April. And I just finished this week fine-tuning my talks, for lack of a better word. On our flight to San Diego, I actually had Jake read them over and add any thoughts or anything like that. And so he gave me some good things to include and just, somebody else's perspective. And so I'm really excited to speak with whoever is going to be at the conference. I am looking forward to it. I'm a little nervous for a few different reasons, but I'm looking forward to that time to just meet some of you and just share face to face. I love what I do, but I also really enjoy connecting with people in a physical face-to-face format. So if you would just be praying for me, praying for my words, praying for my nerves, and praying for safety, and praying that it would just be an uplifting time, not only for those attending, but also for me and my heart. I'm looking forward to it. So that is coming up for me. My girls' weekend with my best friend is coming up for me. I'm looking forward to that. And we have ironed out all of our RV trips for the summer. Back in January. Those, you have to plan 6 months out with RVing now, you just do, especially if you're going to any major points of interest. So I'm so excited because this year we're adding 2 more states to our travel list, which will be Washington State and Oregon. Don't worry, not going to Seattle or Portland, going to national park areas. And I am so excited. We got the trailer out of storage last weekend and got it all washed and cleaned out, dusted, and just like ready to go. We have some spring trips we're doing here, and we're getting out of the winter lull and more into the spring, heading into summer, where we have trips and we have camping and we have outdoors, and I'm just really excited about all of that. So that's a little life update for you guys. That's a little recap of, there's so much more I could talk about, but do you really want to be here for 2 more hours? There's a lot. There's just been a lot, but hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of a fill-in on what's been going on with me. Let me know what's been going on in your life down below. Share what you feel comfortable with, obviously on a public platform. And don't forget to check out the link to Mary Ruth's Organics. Make sure you guys have what you need for spring, for your daily vitamin needs. And don't forget, my code gets you 20% off on Amazon as well as on their site. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.